There is little question that region has some influence here. Every smuggler I have ever worked with had a perverse affection for this place. I do not understand it.
Welcome, welcome, my friend. It's been a long time since I've seen a new face.
I give it a few more months before this loser packs it in.
The first time I laid eyes on this building, I felt the same way. You see, when I opened this shop, I had grand ambitions of creating a mining supply empire on Volai. Yet here I am, only a few years later, pockets empty, and my boja. It is a sad day. I don't know, my friend. I suppose I would be at Neon's mercy, just another failed dreamer, walking the streets and living in a sleep crate. That would be a blessing, my friend, but I wouldn't want to impose. Certainly, my friend. It was good of you to stop by, my friend.
Hey, I don't care who you work for. You can't just... Oh, you're the rookie, aren't you? The one and only. Well, the Marshal's message said you were following a lead about a stolen ship. Truth is, a lot of stolen goods flow through here. But this city is real good at keeping its secrets, even from us. You're not listening. This isn't Aquila City. The badge doesn't carry the same weight. The people who run this place aren't overly concerned about the law. Our job is to keep the peace, make sure the violence doesn't get out of hand. The last thing anyone around here wants is some hotshot deputy looking in every dark corner.
You should take his words to heart.
That would be Benjamin Bayou. He's out to squeeze every credit he can from the people of this city. He doesn't much care who gets hurt in the process. He's also got a seat on the Council of Governors, which proves that if you've got enough credits, you can buy anything you want. Good.
Consider whether your obligation to the Rangers outweighs whatever may usually pass for justice in Neon.
Your stolen ship would have had to land at the spaceport. If it was right off the factory floor, it would have stood out. There's a guy I know, Clayton, does maintenance work around the city and keeps an eye on ship traffic for me. I'll introduce you, but don't expect a favor. Even if it doesn't cost credits, nothing in Neon is free. This is Neon. There are no guarantees, and who I find trustworthy changes on a daily basis. Talk to him or don't, it's your call. Come on. That was pretty impressive how you volunteered to help out with the bank heist in Aquila City. Yeah, I read all the reports. I learned quickly that in Neon, staying informed and staying alive are closely linked. What stood out to me was that you didn't lose a single hostage. No wonder the marshal tried to recruit you right away. If he hadn't, it would have made him look like a fool, having some random stranger step in and do the job he couldn't. Now, if someone tried to hold up a bank here, they'd be gunned down without a moment's hesitation. But you understand, don't you? That's why you just told me that you won't cause trouble. Keep that in mind, and we'll fit right in.
If the gangs can keep from killing each other, I just might have a good day.
Give me a good scare. I thought you were one of Goodman's people.
Sure, far from it. Our new deputy here is working a case, and I thought you might be able to help. Take it away, rookie.
What do you need? Right out of the factory? Damn, that's pretty impressive. Well, here's the thing. Neon's got no end of shipjackers. I see them come and go every day. It's tough for a guy to remember one from the other. You know what I mean?
Everything in Neon has a price.
Yeah, well, I'm one of them. I can help, but right, I haven't even... Freestar Rangers are supposed to protect innocent, right? Then you need to hear this. It's about my brother. He died while still in debt to a syndicate loan shark by the name of Emmett Goodman. Now, Goodman's coming after me to collect. He says if I don't pay up, I'm a dead man.
And all too familiar to this city.
Yeah, but I never thought I'd be part of one of those stories. Did my best to stay out of trouble, but... found me anyway. I swear it on my best set of wrenches. Goodman's holed up in one of the warehouses on Epside. Place is locked up tight, but there's a guard who watches the door, and he's got the key.
I'll stay with Billy in case Goodman's men come to collect. They're not stupid enough to tangle with me.
Be careful around here. Everyone that stays in our secrets are...
I would hope for the sake of these workers that after a while you get used to the smell.
This is private property. You'd better keep walking. This is private property. Nah, I don't think so. Neon's got a ranger, and you ain't him. Do you now? I don't like your tone. I hear you. I'm trying to be reasonable here. Yeah, I hope so. You go in, talk to the man, and then you come right back out. Try anything stupid, and it's your funeral. Here, this will get you in.
Oh, the whole place smells of fish. You would think that would keep people away.
What? Just keep walking.
Something I can do for you, friend. Well now, always happy to have a visitor. Tell me, what brings you by, friend? Little light on credits, are you? Oh, it's just a modest enterprise, really. You could call me an importer and exporter. Inherited the trade from my daddy. But I'm sure you ain't here about my business. It's awful kind of you to intervene on my behalf, but I think I have the matter well in hand. Thank you all the same for your concern.
I do not find that very amusing.
If you're attempting to appeal to my good nature, you're proceeding under a false premise. You see, in my line of work, it doesn't exactly pay to be soft. What's your stake in this anyway? Well, I'm afraid that's just none of my concern. Well, that's easy to promise, but I ain't sure you can deliver on what you're suggesting. Seems to me like you're a long way from Aquila City. You come walking in here drunk on your newfound authority, thinking I'm some small-time crook you can push around. Maybe it's time I show you how we resolve disagreements here in Neon.
Who's there? You're picking us up!
So long.
These are our streets!
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
Shit! No!
Better get out while we still can!
James Newell better watch his back. He's causing problems. No percentage in causing problems in Neon.
I've seen them at least 3 times now. Did you talk to Goodman? I didn't mean to put you in harm's way. I was hoping he'd come around when he saw you were a Freestar Ranger deputy.
Took me about a week on the job to learn that doesn't usually work around here.
Okay, time for me to keep my end of the bargain. The woman you're looking for is named Grace Early. Stealing ships is her line of work. She usually comes here to sell the goods. Rumor has it she just finished a job for some mercenary outfit, and she's been throwing money around, so must have paid well.
I know her. When she isn't out on a job, she's a regular at Madame Sauvage's. That's on the upper platform. I'll back you up.
Neon. The house that Aurora has built.
I'm still interested, but you're asking almost the wrong.
Hey. A Freestar Ranger, and his... What are you? A sidekick or something?
Still cheaper than buying it at the Astro Lounge.
Now that's what I call real conviction. So how come I'm talking to the sidekick instead of the Ranger?
This is the deputy's case.
Is that so? And you had to bring backup just for little old me? I'm flattered. Anyway, this ain't my first interrogation, so let's just on with it. A time or two, maybe more. And yet here I am, walking free. That remains to be seen. All right? All right. So I jacked a ship. It was just a little fun. I didn't even keep it. It was a job. I turned it over to some men, and they took off for who knows where. End of story. Nothing I did put anyone in danger, okay? Look, they didn't tell me what they were gonna do. How was I supposed to know they were gonna go after some farmer?
You should have asked when you took the contract. If that woman had been killed, you'd be an accessory to murder. Did you think about that?
No, I guess I didn't. You don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing to talk about. I've already made myself clear. Maybe I can make an exception. That's what I'm hoping. Nice try, but no. All right, fine. I was approached by a woman named Maya Cruz. Said she was a senior member of the First and that she had a job for me. She was working with someone inside Hope Tech and pitched me on the idea of jacking a ship right out of the factory. We were deep into planning the job when she had some kind of medical emergency. She said she needed surgery and would be in recovery for a long time. That was a few weeks ago. Haven't heard from her since. No, but it sounded serious. She was upset. Seemed kind of shaken, you know? Didn't seem right I should pry, so I didn't. Only some kind of offhanded comment about their client wanting to expand the operation ahead of schedule. In my line of work, you learn not to ask a lot of questions. Tends to make people uncomfortable. You serious? Take your pick. Money, reputation, the thrill of it. not long after that, I got a message from a guy named Marco. He said he was the money man for the first, and he offered half up front. Never met him directly, though. It was always through intermediaries and using encrypted slates. Got the feeling he was paranoid as hell.
Do you have one of those encrypted slates on you right now?
Yeah. Here. Take it. I'm done with all this. Anything else you want to know? Not so much as a hint. I'll tell you. He's as cagey a fixer as I've ever met.
Bankrolling the first must take a lot of money. I'm sure he's got all kinds of side hustles going on.
No. Nothing at all. Left me feeling a little disappointed, given how well they paid me. Nothing, really. I was told when and where to meet them. They paid me what I was owed, and that was it. Works for me.
Next time you're at the Rock, you should give that encrypted slate to Ranger Alex Shadid. He's got a gift for cryptography. If anyone could crack that slate, it'll be him. I'm gonna head back. Good luck, Deputy.
Then I'm free to go. Suits me. I'm getting too old for this line of work. Besides, I'm going out on a high note. Ain't many can say they grabbed a ship right out of Hope Deck. Should make a good story for the kids one day.
Yes?
You didn't see.
Be careful out there. These mercenaries seem pretty serious.
Some would say this place represents all the worst impulses of
So
humanity.
you're telling me I have to take my entire load of alcohol back to New Atlantis?
No, no, no! Hey, wait! You were there? When those security assholes nabbed me. Please, have a heart. You need to help me. Thank you. Oh, God. I gotta admit, I'm freaking out here. I've lost my job. I've lost my creds, and if I don't square things with Yannick Legrand, I'll lose everything else. Everything. Yannick's expecting a package. A really not so legal package. If you deliver it to him, he'll know I'm loyal. Don't worry, Yannick's loaded. He'll take care of you. Oh, man. You must still got space dust between your ears. Yannick Legrand's got the best booze and refreshments outside of the Astral Lounge. And unlike Astral, it's priced for real people, not just corporate heels. And he's the maker of blend, so he's the man. In a kind of punch-your-face sort of way. You are a regular lifesaver. You're solid. My crate's on Block O2 in Ebside. My authentication code is Alpha 3 Kilo 4. Just tell the manager and she'll key you in. The package is there, everything accounted for. Just take that to Yannick and hopefully this damn nightmare will be over.
I like the look of you.
Look at you. Beautiful. Unique. Original.
Sleep crates for rent. I have some sleep crate units available for rent, but someone like you, trust me, you can do better.
You have the proper authorization code, and I'll let you into any place you like. I might even throw in a thank you. You look like the type that might appreciate it.
I got it.
And authentication is all green. Look for C153.
Before you go, I'm going out on a limb here and assuming your account's more flush than my usual clientele. I've got some evicted crates set up to go to the dump. Might be full of week-old Kazambas, or it could have the original Miguel Rafael Bailamos. Only one way to find out. In art school, I heard a rumor that Rafael's son sold Bailamos to some UC magnate. The fire was a cover-up. Imagining a piece of Freestar history in some Deimos Corporation boardroom? Wars have started for less. Man, it's nice to talk about something real. You've made my day. A brilliant piece of art. It celebrates when the colonists first broke ground on Polvo. The vids make it look stunning, all done in charcoal from the embers of their first fire. Well, so the story goes. Nice to be able to use my art history degree for once. Pro tip, when your parents say there ain't no use for a degree, they aren't lying. You're welcome? That's what you say back, right?
Catherine Lucian keeps demanding we look into her husband's murder. Yeah, right.
Whoa. Bad part of town, buddy. I'm gonna do you a favor. Head back to Bayou Plaza before the disciples get you. A gang. Worst gang there is. They'll stab you for kicks, taking bets on how long you squeal before you bleed out. And that's not a hyper whatchamacallit. They seriously did that. Poor Ted. Hey, it's your ass, not mine on the line. Whole area's gone to hell. Us crate rats used to think the Ebbside strikers were awful, with all the muggings and shakedowns, but now that they're on the ropes, kinda wish they weren't just holed up in Madame Sauvage's. Streets are getting bad. Real bad. I mean, yeah, they'll rob you blind, but at least they let you live. They're bad news, but compared to disciples, positive angels. Well, you'll find them at Madame Sauvage's. They're always auditions, as they call it. Looking for new blood. So, for being so helpful, chance for a donation. Come on, might be saving my life. What with the disciples and all. Have a heart. Story of my life.
Queue for a cup of coffee right about now.
I'm impressed.
He finally regrets
Or
disappearing
get the
those years ago.
your pick. Yeah? You need something? If you're here for blame, history name says it all. See the family resemblance. Yep.
Have I mentioned I am not fond of seafood?
You were awesome! Did you see yourself? Hickey Freaks had no chance! Yannick came through! That asshole rescued his boy! Tell him I won't forget, we are tight! I cannot be hearing you right! Off-world? Just pack up and go? No, that can't be right! I mean, Yannick screwed up me. We had big plans. Big! Tell you what. Screw Yannick. I hope the Syndicate string him up and execute the bastard. And screw you too. Yeah! You expect me to just... I mean, after what you did to all the... All right! Sheesh. I'm leaving. Tell Yannick I'll miss him. Or maybe not.
Side's a bad place for tourists.
Neon is for indulgence and I am both disgusted and impressed.
You deal with Felix yet? I'm sure it was a great pleasure. Shit! No, I do not. But I will find out. You get results. Like me. Well, hopefully not too much like me, right? So, now, new business plan. Where I am the boss and you're my capable and well-rewarded underling, yeah? Yannick's blend is running low. Soon there will be angry customer, and that's bad for business. What we need is Aurora. And there's only one place to get that. Xenofresh Fisher worked there and had a secret contact. But from me, his friend, who supplied the Aurora. Maybe. No longer important. So, it is time for you to become a productive member of society and get a job at Xenofresh. And here are some superb and very legitimate credentials. And your new name is... Riley Chernyshevsky. Ah, nice to meet you, Riley. So you apply there to work in you know how to make amp, yes? Simple recipe. They expect applicants to know basic chemistry. Oh, you can try, but I have a research station. Use it. Learn it. Then you are good. So you need to put on your best suit, Riley, and Nishar's contact should be looking for someone like you. So find them. Then we line up more Aurora and Flo.
Hey there.
Ah, here for some. And can't blame you. Best drink in the settled systems.
Nah, not today. Just picking up some beer.
Well, suit yourself.
Welcome to Newell's. Thing. Oh my, do I? That's awful. I should be taking better care of my customers. You'll have to excuse me. With all the ruckus my husband's been making at the Merchant Alliance meetings, it's difficult to get any rest. Poor old man has himself mixed up in a foolish crusade against Dietrich Sieghart, who he's angry at for paying off Neon security. For protection, I assume. They apparently target certain businesses with some type of safety assurance fee scheme. We've been spared so far, but it's absolutely disgraceful this kind of thing is happening. He runs Sieghart's Outfitters. It's right outside the spaceport terminal. I suppose you could say he's our only real competition. If you ask me, he isn't such a terrible person. I said that. Not taking anyone's side. I just want all this owners to end. I think we're all wrong. He's probably doing what he has to do to survive. Just, please don't tell James I said that. I don't want him to think his own wife is doubting him. I have no idea. Anytime the subject comes, it turns into an argument. Frankly, so obsessed with this Dietrich situation, I don't think he's at all. No. I'd hate for you to get sucked into the whole silly affair. It would be so lovely to see my James happy again. He used to smile at me all the time, you know. Now all I see is worry on his face. But if you like... But perhaps you'd like to browse our store a bit before you do? Take your time. Thank you for stopping by.
Welcome to Newell's. If you're looking for any specific goods, Ren I guarantee we'll beat Sieghart's louse every time. Problem with this place. My problem is Siegert himself. That man has absolute for the business community on Neon. He skips merchant meetings and refuses to participate in any of our group buys. Worst of all, he pays off Neon security to keep his place safe. A lot of the merchants in Neon belong to a small merchants alliance. It's nothing formal. It's just a bunch of us getting together grievances and watch each other's backs. Yeah, sure, if all you care about is yourself. Every payment Siegert makes validates Neon Security's corrupt, setting a bad precedent that many merchants are forced to follow. Anyway, sorry. I know I can get a little intense. If you'll forgive the outburst and have a look around, I'm sure you'll find something you might want to buy. Oh, okay. That'd be extremely helpful. I honestly don't know what to say. Fair enough. Just be careful when you're dealing with Siegert. He can be reasonable when he's cornered. I arrived in Neon almost, years ago? I had gotten a job at Xenofresh through a friend and started working on the loading docks. After a few years, they moved me up to Kazanbas processing. And that's where I met Rosa for the first. She was my supervisor, but we hit it off right away. It wasn't long before we decided to quit Xenofresh, get married, and start our own business. We've been in love ever since. I'd say the majority of the guards, a few who aren't, simply take a paycheck and look the other way. Neon completely under their control. The Freestar Collective's own security doesn't even maintain a presence here. If it wasn't for the Freestar Rangers outpost, there wouldn't be a shred of justice in this entire city. The first time we got into a huge argument. Siegert said he had every intention of paying Neon security and that it was final. Speak to him a few times, but he's always been too busy to sit down and have a decent conversation. It's obvious he has no intentions of talking to me anymore. I honestly don't know what I did to make him so angry with me. Tell everyone you know about our store.
I don't want you to get upset, but we're fully stocked on supplies today. Oh, he'll be so upset for me telling you this. But it's such a funny story. I can't resist. James and I used to work on the Kazanbas line at Xenofresh. He didn't do any of the Aurora extraction, just dealt with the leftover. I was a supervisor on the line, and when the alarm went up that it had been stopped, I investigated. I found James inside a storage vat, up to his in stinky fish guts and blind at the gut got in his eyes, you see. I had showers, strip his work clothes, and hose him down. When he saw me standing there, he turned bright red. After the shift ended, we went out for a Terra brew and talked. A year later, we were married. Oh. Better times. Better times. Have a good day.
Owen told me not to worry about it.
Well, there you go. This
everything. You NSEC, he enables
How
them,
can I help
Rosa.
you today? Dietrich is actually quite a lovely man.
It's ridiculous.
Though lately he's been under a lot of pressure, which has made him rather bitter. When business here in Akuchi Market, he was actually very helpful. Offered us advice. Didn't treat us like competition at all. I'm sorry, I just don't believe Dietrich is doing any paying off Neon security. We all do what we have to do to survive in this wretched city. Unfortunately, my husband is convinced that fighting City Hall is the way to solve all of Neon's problems. I think he's wrong. Stop
I
by
had to
again
chase
soon.
more zone heads out of here today.
Ah, Neon. Instant sensory overload.
Don't see what you need? Feel free to ask. Welcome to Sickhart's Outfitters. Everything you need to explore the settled systems. If you don't need it.
Great. I'll bend, you bring the chunks.
I can promise you, I'm not just using hyperbole to get your business. I've spent my business by polling customers, measuring sales, and carefully adjusting my inventory to cater to everyone. So take your time, look around, ask me questions. You won't be disappointed. Thank you for noticing. I have a lot of overhead in this place, and just between you and me, I'm up to my eyeballs in debt. This is right next to the spaceport terminal, but the bill's astronomical. Oh, yes, absolutely. It can be off, you know. I picked up the habit from my mom, an extraordinary woman, made friends instantly where I traveled. Wise as well. If she was still alive, she would have told me to move my shop and cease fees. Sure, and going in, I expected it to be expensive. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with the details all day. You're here to shop. So why don't you help out a poor shopkeeper like myself and buy something? Be it, you don't need it. Come on in, please, have a good look around. Yes, I'm aware of James's objections. That's partly why I don't go to the meetings. But if I don't pay Dexler, I'll lose my business. And what good for joining the Alliance? So, really, I'm always here. If they want to fight Neon Security, they can. But I need to protect my livelihood. Easy for him to say. He doesn't have my debts. Won't pay Dexler. I might lose my inventory. And if I lose my inventory, I'll lose my store. And why is that? Rosa said that? I remember when they were very green. It was time. Okay, you've convinced me. I will stop paying Dexler his assurance fee. And tell the Newells I will come to the next meeting. Maybe I will even bring some beverages and snacks. You can't stand up to tea on an empty stomach.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Package check. Neuro amps? If you're looking, if you have a moment, say hello to my wife.
Well, I'll be. And all you had to do was talk to him?
I don't doubt it. Like trying to wipe the Bass.
Oh, let it go, hon. If Sieghart says he's in, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I guess you got a point. Thanks for your help on this. The Merchants Alliance is... I don't know if we'll ever get a fair shake in the city. But it's a start.
Don't even bother with me.
Frank Rennick's all in a twist because his robot got vandalized. We had it back at the station.
Hi. Please disregard Whew. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Welcome back.
Escape trajectory plotted. Right. So where do you... contents there, what we agreed on? Yes, Vladimir and I agreed on what should be. Heavy from here. That's all fine. Do let me. If you get a response, highly unlikely, but if it happens, I will be sure to tell you. Smooth jump. Nice work.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. And complete. Enjoy your stay in New Atlantis.
Who do you think will be the first to ask us questions? Mateo or Noel?
Sorry. I was lost in a Hey, Captain. Need help with anything? Do you have something in mind, or do you just want to pick a star and see what's there? Anything.
If you get into trouble, Barrett, you know where to find me.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Every time I see that statue, I feel it. Can't really explain why, but I do.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking.
It's good to be home. Okay, scan me.
Inspect your ship for heat leeches. You were able to land it, so I'm sure whatever's broken can be fixed. Sure, have at it.